Hi everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I'm gonna be doing episode 2 of my series of doing these musical mind maps. So just a little background, if you had not watched my first video on this, you can go watch it. Basically, this is heavily inspired by Amanda Ratchley, in which she did those BTS albums. She took those BTS albums and she kind of drew out like a calligraphy mind map kind of thing for each individual album, and kind of have a collection of just all the different tracks put in words in a way. So you'll see once I'm completed with my first one here. But for this video, I'm going to be doing 3 albums, and the first album I'll be doing is Confetti. And Confetti is a studio album by Little Mix, by a British girl band Little Mix, and it's their 6th studio album, I believe. It was released back in, I think it is 2019, and it includes 14 tracks, or I think it includes 13 tracks. And I'll just read out the tracks here. These include Breakup Song, Holiday, Sweet Melody, Confetti, Happiness, Not a Pop Song, Nothing But My Feelings, Gloves Up, A Mess Happy For You, My Love Won't Let You Down, Rendezvous, If You Want My Love, and Breathe. So this is technically the last studio album by Little Mix. They released like a greatest hits album recently, just this past year, but that was really more like a greatest hits album, and it wasn't a new album technically. I mean, there were 5 new songs, but still, this is technically their last studio album before the break they're taking, which they're going to take it soon after the tour next year. So if you don't know anything about them, they're basically a group of 4 girls, Perry, Leanne, Jessie, and Jade. And you might know that Jessie left back in 2019, or is it 2020? Sorry, back in 2020 she left, and then they became a 3, and then they are taking a break soon. Well, they are soon to take a break. And this album is it holds a special place in my heart because it was kind of when I first found out Little Mix. I remember seeing Sweet Melody on the YouTube trending, and I was like, oh, I've never listened to them before, but I have heard of Little Mix. I just have never full on went to listen to all of their songs before. So I was like, oh, let's check it out. And I kind of watched Sweet Melody as my first music video of theirs, and I was like, oh wow, this is really nice. But it wasn't really, I wasn't really that impressed or anything. I was just like, oh, it's a cool girl group. And then I think I watched Holiday next, and then Breakup Song, and the singles on this album are basically those 3, and Confetti, which is released just last year, I think. Or was it this year? I have no idea. Time, yeah. But so that's how I got into them, and then I realized that they actually have amazing harmonies. Like, they have one of the best harmonies of any groups out there ever, I would say. They're never not on point, and it just sounds so incredible. And a lot of people also really love them for just their friendship, them not hating each other, and their harmonies, which are so crazily good. So this studio album, the album, if you go and search it online, they have their promotional art. It kind of is like a dark purple, pink, and kind of blue kind of colors, and there are like a little hints of green added in there. You can just go and see when you Google it. But I basically included all of those colors in the title, so Confetti, because that's what the album is called, so I wrote it very big in the middle, and I just used my Tombow brush markers and blended them out. Oh, there was some Crayola markers, I think, as well. And then for the rest, everything kind of fit the theme quite well, I would say. I also used those same few colors, like that pink, that green, that purple, that blue, and that lighter blue for all the decorations, I guess, of the lettering, except for Sweet Melody, because Sweet Melody, if you go search up their like promotional art and all that, it kind of has like a fiery feel, and the official lettering is kind of in like this orange yellow color. So I decided to just use shades of yellow and orange just for that, so it does stand out quite a bit. And usually when I do these kind of mind maps, the album title, so like Confetti in this case, would stand out the most. But I think for this, kind of everything kind of had its own place, and it blends in a little bit more, so Confetti doesn't stand out compared to everything else as much as maybe it should, I don't know. Oh yeah, right here I'm also doing Holiday, and Holiday is also another one where in the video itself they have this kind of bubble lettering, kind of like created from water, you know, like bubble. And so obviously it's blue, so I also followed that kind of lettering style and used this kind of ocean blue color, which is quite different from the rest of the colors I used. And I really had a lot of fun doing this album art because this album was just really fun and had so much pop colors. And like previously when I did Sweetener and Thank You Next, they were very like one tone color. Like Thank You Next was purple, Sweetener was kind of like this like brown kind of color, skin tone, and Positions was just gray. I mean, there was a bit of green, but I really didn't add too much green. And Lover I did quite like when I did it last time. It was kind of like this confetti where there are lots of colors, just pastel colors thrown everywhere, and it's really fun. And this album is a very like pop album, and it's just very fun. And I think really the name Confetti really shows it well. It really suits the whole album well. But yeah, I had fun lettering this, and you can see here I'm showing some close-up shots. But yeah, let's go take a look at what's our next album. Alright guys, so this is 365 by Muse Superseed. You guys might not know who this is, and he's a new artist. He started out doing acting. He is a Thai actor, and recently he got into music. I would say last year. Oh, I think it was last year. The official release date I'm seeing here online for the 365 album is 1st of August 2021. But I remember the first single that was released of this album was Season of You. And back then he had just went out of acting and started doing music. So let's see, it was back in 2020, 1st August, so that's quite a long time ago. And there are actually lots of singles in this album, so let's take a look. So there is Good Day, which is a single, Thanos, which is a single, Nana, which is a single, Summer Fireworks, Season of You, and I think the other one is Drowning, which had like an animated YouTube video for it. It's kind of weird, but I definitely enjoyed doing this. It was quite freeing, and I feel like I spent less time on this because it is quite a more simple album. And I also think the color scheme of this is kind of like the Sweetener color scheme, where if you look at the official art, it's just Mew sitting down with his guitar, and the whole art looks very kind of how do I put it? It just looks like there's just lots of brown everywhere, and it's just very brown. I did add a hot pink for Good Day because in the Good Day music video and the promotions for it, there were lots of like pop, fun, bright colors such as pink, and even like Mew had pink hair in the music video, so I thought it would be suitable for me to use pink for the drop shadow for that song. For the rest, I really just used different shades of kind of brown, and some are more golden brown, some are more purpley browns and things like that. And I definitely am looking forward to more of his music releases. He has just released I think 2 new singles of part of this like global collaboration project thing. I'm not sure what it really means, but this was his first ever album. It's his debut album, I guess. And yeah, the songs are really nice, and I feel like they got equal attention. Well, most of them did, whereas some other artists, they would just kind of put out one single and just leave the rest to just put it out there. I feel like all the songs are equally good, and there aren't really one which is like heavily promoted, and the rest which are just thrown in there for the sake of being thrown in there. If you want to ask my favorite, it might be Season of You. I really do quite love that song. But yeah, let's just see, and let's move on to our next album. Alright, so now this album is Chromatica by Lady Gaga. I'm not too sure which album it is. Like, is it like Lady Gaga's fourth or fifth album? I'm not too sure. But it's the first ever album I listened fully of hers, and how I knew about it firsthand was I knew that Ariana Grande was gonna collab with her on the Rain on Me music video, and I actually didn't know it was for Lady Gaga's album at that time, so I was just like, oh, okay, let's just see. And then I realized once it was put out that it was gonna be on Chromatica, and I just was like, why not listen to this album? It sounds cool, it looks cool. So then I listened to like Stupid Love, and what was it? And oh yeah, then 911 had that music video as well. So those are the only music videos I think. She also collaborated with Elton John on, I think it was Sign From Above, and Blackpink in Sour Candy, which not that great I don't think, but still. Yeah, just a very fun pop album, and it kind of has like a metallic feel to it. I wouldn't say it's like very traditional pop, it's more of like a metallic pop. I don't know what that means, but anyways, I had a lot of fun coloring this. Now this on the other hand was more monochrome, and it was more of like just one color matched with black. It kind of gave me like Blackpink aesthetics. So because I mean the album art is just a very hot pink, almost leaning towards the purple side of things, and there are a few soft pinks here and there. There's also a lot of black going on, and there's very like sharp angles. I feel like it's a very like edgy kind of pop album. My favorite song on this would have to be 1000 Doves. Some songs I feel like they had good verses, but the chorus was kind of like a question mark. What was it like? I think it was Fun Tonight. I really loved how they started off the song, but when it got to that chorus and that beat, I was kind of questioning like what is going on. It was just a little bit weird, and it sounded a little bit too desperate for me. I think Stupid Love is a good song, but it's like a very safe kind of pop song to put as a single, I would say. And yeah, the rest is, I mean, they hold good messages, and like Babylon is like a totally like a drag queen song. But anyways, so yeah, that's my lettering for it, and I don't have much to say for this album other than those which I've already said. I used a hot pink I used quite a few shades of pink. Like I had like a Tombow brush marker, I had a Crayola marker, and I also used some silver to put in some like metallic accents, like I said. But here's me showing you the whole mind map, and yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll definitely see you in my next one. Goodbye!